Texas walks it off the foot of Cameron Dicker.
For Red River immortality. And the kick is good! Dicker, the kicker!
How do you think your time here, playing here, or in some of the other places in the Big 12, prepared you for being able to just step right into the NFL and let it rip?
I don't think many places have 100,000 fans in the NFL. I don't know. I couldn't name one of the stadiums that do. I've played in front of, I think my freshman year, when I kicked my first field goals was against USC, and I think that was 107,000 people. Being able to do that as a freshman at 18 years old, then now 4 years later, kind of like, oh, this is great. 80,000 people, that's not bad.
Help me and all our viewers kind of summarize this whole thing. Just tell us quickly your path, where you signed, how long you were there, what your next team was. Just kind of go through it, because this is mind-blowing for year one in the NFL.
So it was 4 teams, undrafted to the Rams, was there up till the first preseason game where I kicked and punted. Cut within the next week and a half, signed with the Ravens, was there for a day, was there for maybe 36 hours in the city of Baltimore. Was released there and then home for 6 weeks where I was here helping out at some games with some of the kickers. Then from there to the Eagles, there for about 3 weeks, had the game winner in the one game I played in, cut, and that next week was then on the Chargers, played that game, had a game winner again, and then finished the season.
I started out on the West Coast as well, got cut by the Raiders, picked up by the Patriots, and played in a preseason game the very next day. For a player who literally just shows up, and you're walking onto the field, you don't know your teammates' names, you don't even know your coaches, and yet they want to send you out to kick a field goal. Tell people, how strange is that when you've had no reps with your snapper and holder, you don't know anything, yet they want to see that ball go between those 2 yellow posts.
Yeah, I mean, for me, on that aspect, I try not to think about what's going on there, just trusting that it'll be there. And then just kind of not knowing your teammates, that's probably the weirdest part, because dudes are like barely knowing your name, because I was in one meeting. I stood up, hey, I'm Cameron. You say your name, your signing bonus. And I said $0, and everybody laughed. And then next day was the game. And so you're high-fiving guys in the field goal unit, and you're like, dude, I don't even know you.
This is but what's our kicker's name?
Dicker the kicker.
Our kicker, our new one, what is his name? No, I'm not, I know he can make it. I'm talking about his name, though. Dicker the kicker.
Nice slow jog.
Yeah, he's confident.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
This will be a 43-yard kick from the right hash. And it is good! Oh, Cameron Dicker!
It was funny hearing him be like, who is this guy? And then me at the same time being like, who is this guy? Being able to talk to him once I saw that video just kind of cracked me up. And then having like Khalil Mack come up at practice and being like, hey, want to introduce myself. It was kind of one of those moments where it's like, oh, these guys are all regular dudes that are just like very good people. And so it was pretty funny.
Hey Cameron, Carrie Underwood here. A little birdie told me that you were on your way to our show in Austin not too long ago when you got the call to go play for the Chargers. I just wanted to say congratulations and good luck tonight on Sunday Night Football. And I would love to have you out for a makeup concert. Any show you want to come to, just let us know and we'll get you hooked up. I know people. Have a great night. Good luck. Hope to see you soon.
You're hanging out, you're about to go to a concert. You get the call, you got to roll, can't go to the concert. Somehow she finds out about it. Tell us that side of the story.
Yeah, I was at home hanging out with the girlfriend, about to leave for a concert. Like, literally, I was kind of like, you know, ladies, you kind of got to help getting them out the door. I'm like, why is my agent calling me? Like, it's 8 p.m., like, what's going on? Pick it up, and he's like, can you be at the airport in an hour and a half? And I said, sure, I'll be there. Out of nowhere, I'm walking into the game. I think it was the next week against San Francisco, and our long snapper's like, dude, did you see this? And I was like, well, no. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, on Twitter, Carrie Underwood gave you a shout out, like, before the game. And I was like, it's a pretty crazy thing.
Have you gone to the concert?
No, was looking at dates. I think it's gonna have to happen in the summer break, maybe in Vegas.
So as we project moving forward, I mean, obviously, storybook year one. Probably not how you would have hoped it would have gone in terms of bouncing all over the place, but when there's 32 jobs in the world, you got to go where they are.
Exactly.
Where does it go from here?
So right now, Chargers tenored me, so kind of recently figured out what that means. I didn't know
Yeah.
either. And so
It means you have no
should be-
rights.
yeah, I got no rights. They own me, whatever, and that's great. Hopefully to stay around there this next year, go in, compete, hopefully kind of earn the job as the starter for a year. From there, just kind of keep working until you get to a place where you can sign a bigger contract. Until that point, I think it's just you make Austin your home base and figure it out. How do you transition from going as like the guy bouncing around to being that guy at the team?
There's more than one way to skin a cat. So you always got to do it your way. But for me, I never lost that mentality that I'm one kick away from it all being over. So in year 21, when everyone's saying, you've got this, you've been doing it for 2 decades, relax, say no. I was living on eggshells my entire career. I think it kept me on point. That intensity, that intentional focus to each and every kick, I think that's what allowed me to stay so long. And I think you've already proven in less than desirable environments, you can just step in and do your thing. And I think I would encourage you to just keep that assassin's mentality.
Yeah.
I don't care who's snapping. I don't care who's holding. I don't care who my teammates are. I don't care how long I've been somewhere. When they send me on the field, I'm going to kick the ball between the 2 yellow posts. You do that, you'll be the old fat guy sitting in this chair one day talking to the next guy from UT that's in the long line of PKU.
23-yard try to give Philly the lead. Snap is good, the kick is up, and it's perfect.
So other than the obvious, hit a game winner, tell us what was special. You were with the Eagles. You go play in Arizona against the Cardinals.
My grandmother passed away that like week before the game. So going and playing there was like kind of a cool thing for me because that's where my grandpa still lived. There was the light shining on me, which was really cool. And it was kind of like she was there with me. On that last kick, you're lining up, the light's perfect. Like, what are the odds that exact yard line where I'm going to be lined up in my steps? And so that was kind of pretty cool. I mean, just kind of crazy thing. And then being able to go celebrate it with my dad and grandpa, and just it was one of those moments where it was like we were all just happy crying after that game.
You got to give yourself the space throughout your career to enjoy those moments.
Yeah.
Because the misses hurt, and they last a whole lot longer than the makes do. But if you can learn to enjoy and recognize those moments when they come, that's needed for a long career. And one of the things I miss most is the plane ride home. And it's not all the fun you have with the boys. It was those quiet moments, sitting there staring out the window. You're the only human on the planet that knows what you were thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
The sense of accomplishment. Like, man, there was a lot going on in that moment, and that ball still found its home.
Yeah.
So sounds like you already have the ability to do that. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Let the good stuff in.
Very good advice.
Well, Cameron, on behalf of Longhorn Nation, we're all pulling for you.
Thank you.
And can't wait to see what you do the rest of your career.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Man, take care.